Assalamualaikum and a very good day to my panels and the audience who is currently watching this video. My name is Muhammad Adam Irfan bin Muzam, and today I will be presenting about my final year project, which is titled Portable Electric Scooters for People with Disabilities. So the summary of the project is to design a portable electric scooter for people with disabilities using CATIA software. And research is being done on the current existing electric scooter in the market for development. And there will be improvements on the previous design of the portable electric scooter in terms of size, weight, accessibility, and practicality for people with disabilities. And the last one is to analyze the portable electric scooter under varying conditions through finite element analysis. So for the introduction, electric scooter is a clean mode of transportation which is introduced to minimize the amount of carbon emitted to the environment. Electric scooters have been introduced in the United States, not just in the realm of transportation, but also as a contributor to outdoor activity preferences. Electric scooter can also be seen as a walking or physical activity replacement, which allows users to travel from one point to another that they would make by foot with minimal effort. Electric scooter also acts as an assistive technology which is useful for individuals who are not capable of using manual wheelchairs due to lack of physical strength and disabilities. So for the literature review, electric bike and scooters. Electric scooters are plug-in vehicles with 2 or 3 wheels powered by batteries. The electricity is stored in the rechargeable battery which drives the motor to produce rotational motion in the tires. Electric scooters are classy in design and easy to operate, which is convenient for traveling. There are many types of electric scooters such as kickstart electric scooter, foldable electric scooter, three-wheel electric scooter, mopeds, and many more. Materials that are usually used for their frames are basically carbon fiber, titanium, and steel, which makes the electric scooter more lighter and stronger. The second literature review is electric scooters as a daily transport. Technological developments in electric vehicles have made electric scooters as an alternative with great potential to substitute the actual form of transport in the urban areas. The main manufacturing and production comes from China, but for now, many markets in Europe has been developed. Countries such as France, Germany, and Denmark are starting to adapt with electric scooters as a replacement of motorcycles. Meanwhile, Asian countries like Malaysia, Singapore, and Indonesia has banned electric scooters from being legalized in public roads unless it is being regulated under the Road Transport Amendment. Okay, let's go a bit more detail about the foldable two-wheel electric vehicle. A foldable electric scooter is a scooter that can be folded where the handlebar stem meets the deck. Some foldable scooter design allows one or two wheels remain on the floor in which it is easier for a person to push or pull when carrying it along. Foldable electric bike will help manufacturers to reach their goal with low cost, lighter weight, compact in size, and far more practical than standard scooters. Due to its foldable mechanism, compact in shape and size, which is more lightweight, users can travel easily and in the same time be able to carry their scooter wherever they go. So these are the crucial parts of an example of an electric scooter which is foldable. So first we have the foldable seat, and secondly we have the foldable handlebar stem which can be folded and it will meet the footrest when it is folded, and additional wheels at the rear so that it is easy to push and pull when folded, and we have the electrical motor that will drive the tires and the battery charger. So for the last literature review, I will explain about the key components of the electric scooter. First, we have the battery charger, which is the lithium-ion battery, 48 volts and 5 ampere. The battery charger converts electricity from mains to the charge of the battery. The battery voltage is in direct current DC, and the current is inverted into switch mode signal through power electronic controller to drive the motor. The battery charger plays an important role to utilize the battery to its maximum capacity. So the second component will be the batteries. The batteries are to store electrical energy which allows the motor of electric scooter to run. In this project, lithium-ion battery is chosen for this project because it is the most efficient for an electric scooter since it offers high density while remaining its lightweight body and compact in size. So the table below shows the comparison for battery selection, and we have three types of battery, which is nickel-cadmium, nickel-zinc, and lithium-ion. So as we can see from the table, lithium-ion has the most specific energy and energy density, and we have a higher charge efficiency and cycle durability. So the next component is the brushless DC motor. The brushless DC motor is powered by the direct current and has electronic control communication system which synchronizes with the electric motor. In this process, current and torque, voltage and RPM are related linearly. The electromagnets does not move since the permanent magnets rotate while the armature remains stationary. The figure below shows the parts of the brushless DC motor where we have the permanent magnet rotor, the windings and the Hall elements. So the other components are motor controller. The motor controller functions to serve the performance of the electric motor in the predetermined manner. The motor controller includes an automatic or manual means to start and stop the electric motor by selecting and regulating the speed and torque and protect from overload and faults. The motor controller controls the functional capabilities and also determined as the central component of the system. And lastly is the DC to DC controller. DC to DC controller is an electrical power converter device used to convert a source of direct current from one voltage level to another by storing the temporary input. The energy is then released to the output of a different voltage. The storage can be either in magnetic field or electric field storage components. This power converter device can be designed to transfer power from input to output in only one direction. For the problem statement, the electric scooter in the existing market is bulky in shape and heavy, which limits mobility and affects the convenience of people with disabilities. Besides that, most electric scooters are not portable and bigger in size, which is not practical for people with disabilities to bring them along. As we can see from the figure below, the electric scooters are both bulky in shape and does not compact in size. And you can see it must be heavy and it might be suitable maybe in terms of ergonomics, or maybe people with disabilities is more comfortable in sitting those bulky shaped electric scooters. But if we look from other perspective, it is not easy to carry them along, which consume too much space. And what if anything happens? What if the scooter breaks down? It is very hard for them to push the electric scooter since it is too big and heavy. So there are two main objectives of this project. Firstly, to develop an electric scooter that suits people with disabilities. The second one is to analyze the performance of portable electric scooter under varying conditions through finite element analysis. The scope of this project is to design and develop a portable electric scooter for people with disabilities using CATIA software and finite element analysis. A 3D portable electric scooter will be redesigned from the previous design, and finite element analysis will be applied on the main parts of the model to predict how it behaves under certain conditions such as load and weight, acting on the material under boundary conditions in order to determine the crucial parts of the model which contributes the most to the least strength before it goes through a series of result analysis and modifications. Improvements of the electric scooter model design will be done, if there is any, before being analyzed using the same model and boundary condition to finalize the design. For the methodology of this project, The project are focused on fulfilling the objective, which is developing the prototype design of the portable electric scooter using CATIA software. After producing the CAD model, finite element analysis is performed using CATIA software or ANSYS to predict the structural behavior of the portable electric scooter under boundary conditions when it is exerted on the model. Analysis is being performed to check the validity of the design component. Actually, fabrication process will be done during final year project 2, but due to COVID-19, we'll be doing until the simulation process. So these are the flowchart of final year project 1. At first, analysis of the previous electric scooter design, and then followed by design development using CAD software. In this project, I am using CATIA software to develop a new design of the portable electric scooter to make it more lightweight and more practical. After that, design evaluation and comparison between the previous model of electric scooter and the new model is done. The next one is preliminary CAD design and simulation, followed by detailed CAD design and simulation. If the design is acceptable, it will go through finite element analysis and motion simulation. And if the result is acceptable, the project is being done. So these are the rough flow chart of this project for this semester. At first, the first phase is the initial study on research and literature review. The second one is phase 2 in redesigning the portable electric scooter using CATIA software based from the existing electric scooter design. The third phase is applying material and finite element analysis on the electric scooter design. And the last phase is results, discussion, and conclusion of this project. So for the analysis of existing design and development, as we can observe from the existing design, the electric scooter is kind of too bulky and space consuming, and it can be seen heavy due to the material used and the amount of materials required to build the electric scooter and complicated folding mechanism. So in this project, a few improvements can be done for the electric scooter, such as we can make it compact in size, make it smaller in shape, sleeker design to increase aesthetic value, can make it more lightweight and more practical. This applies on the application of material, can use maybe titanium or carbon fiber to make it more lighter, and make it a simple folding mechanism for people with disabilities. So for the design evaluation process, CAD modeling is used to accomplish preliminary designs and layouts, design details of 3D models, part assemblies, and releasing drawings. The existing design have been migrated from step file into the CATIA V5 software to obtain a proper dimension of the electric scooter. After gaining the proper dimensions, each parts of the portable electric scooter are redesigned and remodeled in CATIA software. The previous electric scooter will be made for benchmarking. For the next step is finite element analysis. Finite element analysis is a computerized method to predict how a product behaves when real forces, vibration, heat, stress and strain, and other physical boundaries are exerted onto the product design. It shows whether a product can sustain the physical boundaries or they will break. The 3D design of the model will go through finite element analysis and mesh will be generated from the ANSYS software. It will show the product conditions and forces applied to each configuration with respect to the actual force applied on each configuration to stimulate the stress and strain. Okay, for the results, these are the previous portable electric scooter design from past semesters. As we can see, there are too many parts on the electric scooter which makes it more big in size, bulky. and it looks more complicated when it comes to folding mechanism. So this is my preliminary design of the portable electric scooter. So my goal is to design a scooter that is lightweight, very simple, and sleeker in design, and which suits the requirement of a disabled person. So in this project, this scooter is lightweight, and even though it is just as simple as that, but it is very suitable for people with disabilities in bringing their scooters along. And for example, if they reach to their destination, they can simply fold their scooters in small shape and bring them together with them. And there's still a lot of improvements that can be done towards this new design, such as we can redesign the seat to make it more ergonomics and make it more simple mechanism in simple folding mechanism for people with disabilities. So for the finite element analysis process, the two portable electric scooter models, which is the previous design and my design, will be analyzed through finite element analysis to test their structural behavior. The values and data obtained will be tabulated and compared between both of the portable electric scooter. This process will be done in next semester in final year project 2. Okay, that's all from me. I hope you guys like my new portable electric scooter design. And if there is any improvements or any questions regarding my project, you can contact me on my email, which is adam.muzam@gmail.com, and you can contact me via WhatsApp, iMessage, or Telegram through 016 668 5460. Thank you for watching.